So much better. How did I not notice? Thank you, Arctic. Definitely kind of goofy. Computer crashed twice, and so I just updated the drivers, disabled some graphics acceleration. Hopefully that will fix our crashing because that was a little annoying. Pixie, you gotta let me work. I love you, but please. Okay, so let's add some toggles. We're gonna do. I do need to put some time into Foxhound, so maybe let's see. We got the claws. We don't have too much to do. I can at least get a working version over today. Okay. Oh, Pixie. Sorry, she was just stomping over everything. All right, everything's looking really good on it. Oh yeah. So the main things we needed to check, I think what we were checking at the time of it crashing was the chin UVs. So let's take a look at those. So I believe that would be in our body material. We should have access to the discard here. Maybe. No, it is the front, so that would be. There. Unlock that. Named. 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 Always nice to have the UV discards fully enabled. Cool. Okay. I guess I'd want to include this guy in there too. Look a little more normal. Okay, let's copy unlock shader. So this is already locked. Should be able to copy the property name. And then FOXY. I know you just want to be right next to me all day. But you can stay up there. How about that? How's that? Huh? Okay. So we need a toggle. I just want to make a new empty. Just because there's so many toggles. Ah, we'll do something like that. She stuck her whiskers right in my ear. Say chin. Go toggle. And that will do the UV tile on the body. And actually, yeah, if I include, so it should be row 0, 1, 2. And it does all of them on the body. But I have to change it to. Yeah, let's see. That should work though. All right. Do, do, do. Materials. I also realized that I had the night tint, like the little orange tint on my screen. I don't know how long I'd had that enabled. I'd just gotten so used to, or it was just very slight. There was just a very slight tint, so I really didn't notice it after a while. It's not great. Explain why some things were hard to look at recently. Well, this one's just animated. Okay, yeah, perfect. That'll be a lot easier to coordinate all the materials. Hmm. We'll rename that to, the other ones are in body sliders. What's the other chin? Body sliders / chin. So just copy this here. Boom, chin. Weird. Cool. So now we've got that. Let's add some more. Oh, always need to remember for these. It's kind of annoying, but I have to always turn on saved. I usually forget that. Very important that these are saved. Okay. We'll do a clause section. So clause, and we're back indeed. Computer crashed. No good. Use a slider for this one. So bar and beautiful. Copy this component as new. Feet. Is there a wings one too? Yeah. Wings. It'd be cool if I could target other components and drive them when I want. But I can't do that today. I guess I could do. Yeah, okay, that's easy. Base component as new. And we'll just do one more, very bottom, which is called clause all. And we'll just add wing, and then feet are next. Boom. All right, let's test those. We're still missing a little wing finger claw. I kind of wanted to have clothing be disabled on start. We're missing our chin. Blood shape. Should be pretty easy to recreate, actually. Or just re-enable. Looks good. That would actually turn it off there. All right, very cool. Let's look at the claws. This is an older version of the avatar, isn't it? Yeah. I forgot you were up there. Why are these on? Why are those enabled? Blowing it out. Interesting. 0. Let's toggle as a slider. When slider is 0, the avatar will be like it is in the editor. That seemed to be the case. Let's do a apply during upload. Put this up at the top. Boom. Add blend shape. Boom. Boom. Zero, zero, zero. Okay. So that will establish that those are the default values. Okay, that should fix it. Everything's at 0 here. Ah, I see. It's this. It is the all one. Pass through at 0 is probably what we want. Because that would mean when it's off, totally disabled. Foot's messed up. There we go. Now we can see the claws are growing. Good. Click, please. For the feet, no effect. Wings. Wings are working. Let me just try removing this really quick. One more time. They're still enabled for some reason. Oh, no. No, they look up blend shapes by names. We can reorder blend shapes in Unity just fine. It's not doing it by this index, so that should be fine. No, fun. Need to go to my gym session. Have a nice rest of your day all. Same to you, Arctic. Enjoy the gym. Catch you later. I need these. Why is this happening? Claw extend. I'm setting it to 0 to all renderers. I removed the all. Do I need to do it after these ones? Sometimes the order does matter. I would assume I need to do it before, but maybe simply making the toggle is what's causing the error. Nope. Still just happening. There's nothing else controlling it. Let's review the other body controls. Chin, arms, waist, arrow, tummy, butt, hips, thighs, muscles, fin, breast. It's just these ones. Unless there's something else here. Nothing I see. Let's see if there's an update. Oop. Okay, there is. That's fast. Did it update? Took like 2 seconds. Okay, now it's doing it. Unity's too slow for that. What are you doing, huh? Hey. There we go. Okay, well, at least it wasn't me. I was going a little crazy. Is going on. Wait, no, we're not in play mode. Not still me. Okay. Ah, they weird. It must be the blink. Weird. Why is that happening? Where's the blink? Oh, interesting. What if it's not the foot claw at all? So, in the final exported version, we do have the foot claw, but are any of these other ones affecting it? Doesn't look like it. Oh. Okay, so then it has to be something. Ugh, annoying. Maybe. Something else. Maybe it's an animator left on there. No. Hmm. Oh, but It's just object names, unfortunately. Love to be able to search component variables. Maybe it is the clothing. We do have it in here. Does that, and it does that. Okay, no. Fizbones. Just Fizbone stuff. It's got to be this. It has to. I'm going to edit in prefab. Instead of animation clip, I will add blend shape vrc.v underscore blend. Save. So now it's no longer using that clip. Let's try this again. Because they did move with the blink. Gotcha. Or they moved at some point. Yeah, see? Ah, oh, I see what it is. Aha. It is VRC avatar descriptor. The freaking looking up and down stuff. Oh, freaking, why does it do that? Sometimes you add shape keys and it's just like, yeah, we're gonna use those ones now. Ah. Hello, Dara. Welcome. Yes, indeed. Returning. Finally got actually, I'll remove this one. I had to update my drivers. Okay. Now the clause should be working properly. And we'll go here. Turn off the clothing. So for the clause, these should be working now. Yes, thank you. We just need to make sure we get that other toe in. The wings are growing as well. And that means we should also be able to add the final. It's back up here. That we probably don't need it anymore. Paste component as new. And we'll add in all. There we go. Then add a blend shape. Add a blend shape. And in here. Blah. Wing and foot is the last one. Oh. Pass through at 0. I think so. Bam. By the way, I know you said you wanted to get this in my class today, but sadly I'm headed to NYC for an overnight party after work, so I won't be able to test this till tomorrow. That totally works out. I'm sure there's more things I can iron out between now and then. So, but I do hope you have fun at the party. Also, I vote Flea for the cat because RHCP kicks ass. RHCP. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Wow. He's got quite a look. In my claws. Oh, gotcha. I was like, are you a teacher? Good. Okay, so that allows for overriding. Perfect. Beautiful. Powerful. Okay, what's next? Oh yeah, let's do the face controls. So I'm gonna actually call these ones claw controls. A little bit nicer to just have some empties for organization. And we'll do face controls. Right here. We'll have toggle. And this will be for slider. Save between worlds. And we'll do face sliders. Which I do. There's some more organization we had there, but whatever. Time for food here. Happy blending all. Same to you, Snardom. Enjoy your food. Catch you later. We'll do. I guess we'd want this to start at 50. Then we'd have to use an animation. So we'll just keep it separate now. So outward, push, and just outward. So if I do 50%, we had a positive, negative. I wish they just had a blend shape slider. That would have been a lot nicer. Yeah, because I need a middle condition. Okay, add blend shape, face, outward, whatever it is. Bam. Snout, outward. It's saved, slider, perfect. Copy. And paste as new. And then inward. Boom. Save. Okay. And lastly, next component is new. She keeps hitting me with her whiskers right in my ear. But let's take a little look. Go quite far. Cool. Might cap this one about 70%. Yeah. Even just 30. That looks cool though. I really like the look. Yeah, still crunchy. Inward might be much harder to do, especially because there's still a little bit of clipping. Anyway. Okay. Then do. Just the same little clipping issue. So let's do this in Trello. update my little task here. So we did the expressions. Now we'd like to fix by seam clip. Yeah. Fix by seam clipping. There is a missing flaw on wing. Ensure clean shaven default. And then the droop slider. Also very important. Okay. How's it look with gesture? Amazing. It's a little comedic. The narrowing, it really changes the look of the character though, which is fun. It's quite satisfying. Ah. I do Very cool. Okay. I like that a lot. Also want to move gums back. Like something's up with the beard there in the live test. Oh, so I added the little goatee toggle so you can just like turn this little section off. I just need to include this guy. Well, excuse me. Let's add another one, another empty. These will be horn controls. This will be toggle. Same thing as before, slider. Yeah, slider and save between worlds. And then we'll add in horns slash shrink. Minimum. Copy, paste as new. All this stretch. Yeah, that should be good. I think so. Okay, cool. Cool stuff. Right. And then one other thing is the toe. Toe shape. All right. We're going to take a break there and work on Foxhound. Wait, get fixed. Oh, man, I need to crack my neck. Cool. I like this guy. Good. So, I'm going to Shift Control S. We're actually going to move him out. Yeah. And I'm going to start reorganizing things a little differently. So we're actually just going to make a work folder, because a lot of times I'm revisiting work and I'm like searching a few years ago. Just gets kind of confused, so let's move him into here. Say foxhound.blend. Save as. Okay. So the main goal with changing our avatar, or the character here, is we're going to change the face shape and we're going to make better fur. So the fur we used in the past is okay, but I can feel Pixie falling. We can do better. Can do better. Right, so fluff tail was its own material. I'm gonna need to eat soon, actually. I will do a muskellunge. Let's look at the reference. So did the reference go? So this reference. This one. Yeah, I can actually just drag them out now. That's nice. That's it. It's there. Yeah. Reference face. Let me try this. One second. Ooh. It's one song I've just been obsessed with lately. Deformers. Interesting. I think I'm even using those anymore. So, these are the main references we're going to be taking a look at, comparing to. Let's try to make the head roughly the same size between them. So the goal is a more handsome character. Up the handsome. So how are we going to do that? So the main thing with making characters look bigger, especially if with like broader shoulders, is actually making the face, eyes, and head smaller. So I think that's going to be our first step. And you can see here, like on the difference between the eye, the kind of, what would be the word, proportional. Like, look how much smaller the eyes are here than here. So that's going to be probably the name of the game. And then we're also going to make a jacket. Not quite this jacket, though. It's this one with the hood. So this one's like the less important one. Or secondary. Less importance. Okay. Nice and organized. We like to make things roughly more to the size they should be. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. So let's keep taking notes. Go back to revision. And we're just going to write down our thoughts First was that changing facial proportions, making the face, head, and eyes smaller helps. Give a more intense look. Mature, really. Mature. Just makes as you grow, your face gets bigger, your cheekbones get bigger, your eyes look smaller proportionally. What's so fascinating with eyes, though, is they're pretty much the same size your whole life. Everything kind of grows around them. Okay. For the fur needs to have broken, say, tips, ends. So what we're going to do is use an alpha texture to break up the fur visually. Imply more fur than there is. Okay. Those are our main goals. Save that. And then obviously we need to make the jacket as well. But these are, I would say, the more nuanced ones. The jacket, tank top, done that a lot. So. Okay. Looking back. So I need to extract the constituent parts because we just have the final model. What we'll need to do is gather up our previous assets and bring them in here, at least for the body. We don't necessarily need it for the clothes. I think on the previously I was trying to use like a multi-res modifier. Man, those are such a pain to work with. So I'll call this one body edit. That's what it is. And we're going to go file, append. We're going to go hunt down those original files and collections. We should probably just take a look at them first. I don't like the big tiled view. My guess is everything's actually probably in here. No, this is when I was still removing work as I went along. Something that's really changed a lot in my more recent workflows. So it's this one. Hello, Buddha. Welcome back. Just go back one at a time. Oh. For the so far back though. Okay, we just really need to extract the assets we need and nothing else. Okay, good. So we have the baking setup here. This is what we're looking for. Good. High poly body. I think we may have made some further changes since then. Am I done with the dragon? For now. We'll be returning to him tomorrow. As much as I intend not to, unfortunately my commissions just so often overlap a little bit. But it's out of necessity. So but we'll be fixing him tomorrow. And I can show you where we left off. So we added a lot of fun stuff to him. Oops. Still got a few little final tweaks. But we can adjust the face, do a lot of fun things. So we go back, face sliders, make the face narrow. Yeah, she's just chilling. I can narrow the face. I can push it in. I can push it out. A lot of fun stuff. But gives quite a different look on the character, which is really fun. And there's more, but I'm going to have to go back to going over here. All right, so we want to get this collection, body HP, out of baking version 9. Here. And in body edit, that's selected, we'll do file. And back, all the way back to folder. How many times can we go this path? Oh. Okay, looks like we brought a bit more than we want. Most of it is this exploded armature. Cool. All right, so now we got the high poly version. And I think we could just start adjusting the face and changing the proportions. Kind of go from there. So I think one thing that's definitely very different between the references we're looking at is the way the jaw ends. This is kind of like a pit bull almost look. I think we want this soft taper into her. So start with that. What? Just getting up and moving. Crap, where's my tablet pen? There it is. Okay, good. Didn't have to look too far. Got this little itty bitty tablet. Very greasy. I gotta adjust some things. Oh, whoops. Not do that. Save. Go into edit mode selection. Actually, it looks like there's already face sets. Not what I'm looking for though. Fortunately. Or actually, I can make it work just by doing it for the lower body. That'll be a little easier, a little easier. Face sets from edit mode selection. Now we can do Alt H, just H. Perfect. And that should speed up our sculpting a little bit. Oh, and this is another little object in here. Not even a... Pretty cool. Still actually has some modifiers on it. Let's turn off the shrink wrap for now. That always slows things down. And let's make a new collection. So move this directly into this folder. Take all this stuff. Drop it in here and hide it. Okay. Stop that. Mess with my workspace a little bit. It's not super comfortable currently. What's the goal for this particular project? So this is an old avatar that I made last year, and we're doing another commission to go in and do some tweaks, kind of like get a different look going. So this is like our reference image here. We're going to go for a more like stern, mature, or like a handsome aesthetic for this avatar. So quite a few things to change. This one looks a little bit more like dog-like. Pitbull. Just want scrape. Where's scrape? Do they not have it anymore? Um, where? Oh. I just would not have recognized that thumbnail for what it is. I think we'll definitely want a nice smooth transition from the jaw inward. Let's move our reference images over. So we'll turn off the jackets. Actually, we'll move the jackets over. This guy's over. Just because I'm usually kind of sculpting from this view. So definitely the head itself needs to be a decent amount bigger. I mean, the neck, head, I would say we kind of want to lean a bit more towards like just the head itself was quite small in this character. In some ways we won't make it too much bigger. Because we'll shrink down some of the other elements. So I believe there's a pinch. Oh god, why are things so hard to find now? Pinch. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna just shrink the eyes a little. You can see how already that makes quite a big difference. Shrink the nose a little. We'll make the overall muzzle is going to be smaller. Much more this way. I would say that this muzzle is way too thick. Should definitely go into a snout. And inflate the chin a little. A bit more rounded there. Also kind of still think we got this kind of doughy pit bull quality. Ooh, wow. And a lot more wolf-like on the side, which is good. Now the corner of the mouth is in a pretty close spot to what it should be. Oh, yeah, I see. Big part of the pit bull look was that rounded mouth profile. Gonna have like a smiley mouth, whereas it looks like these guys have a much more straight and like angular mouth line. Maybe perhaps wolves do in general. Smooth that out a little. Um, what else? Let's just line up the image on the face. What does that actually look like? Not rely on looking back and forth. Let's get like a actual hello Foxhound, welcome. How's it going? So smaller but more narrow. Seems to be good. Like the jaw goes up, the snout kind of comes down. He's alive! How's your day going, Fox? Feel good. I laughed like plankton watching you work. Well, good. I don't know how close that is. Okay, that helped. Hey, Buddha, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the stream. Much appreciated. I'm stream pretty much every day during the week, so you're always welcome by. Feel free to ask any questions. Mostly work stream, so we're pretty low key. But thank you. Pretty low key. Muzzle a little less long. Head looks weird though. The mane keeps throwing me off. Might take a little while to get the head really in a proper spot. But overall, it's looking good. Yeah, definitely need to narrow the eyes or like bring them in. Actually, they did add a new brush, which is really cool, which is like a silhouette grab 2D, which is kind of cool. Really helps bring that silhouette together however you want. Yeah, I should be doing this more often. Mm, can't tell if that's the way to go. There you go. Hello, Stephen S. Welcome. Meow Meowerson. Meow meow. Meow Meowerson. Well, hello, welcome. Pinch those a little. Do 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 do. That's my knee. What is your favorite creation that you have made or helped make? I always feel like whatever I'm working on currently is my favorite thing. And it takes I think when you make things, sometimes you need a lot of time between what you're making and your enjoyment of it. It's like you're always kind of looking for the next thing, at least personally. But my favorite, I'm really proud of the imp character. So if you play VR chat, you can find the imp in the marketplace. So I'm gonna do a little plug there. But and I really am super excited to have some products in there at all. But I think that avatar came out really well, and it feels a lot more my own. I don't mind doing commissions, but it's cool to have something that's a little bit more um, just something I made for myself, I suppose. Well, I mean, I made it to sell, but yeah, if you play VR chat, it's available there, and then you can also find it on my Gumroad. Right here. Ta-da! I'll just drop that in chat because I'm shameless. Definitely looks more, I want to say realistic, but that's not quite the right word. We need one for Pixie. A Pixie avatar? I like that. That's charming. Maybe I'll make like a themed one. Feeling a little bit more like that. A little more correct what we're going for. Hmm. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I'll have to make a pixie one and a I think we're gonna go with Flea for the name of the second cat. Much closer. Seems like wolves have kind of this like hex shape. So it's like, oh my god, I've clicked that like a million times now, just like this. It's kind of like this point here, here, and here. That's kind of what I'm going to go for. Doing content for 12 years with almost 1,000 videos. Yes. Not to mass acclaim, but yeah, we're stacking them up, especially now since I started streaming, because it counts my live streams too, so. But I just can't help it. I love what I do, so. Honestly, this silhouette one is actually awesome. Actually, it feels a lot closer to how I actually think about moving stuff around. That was awesome. Nice. Cool. A little bit too, I don't know. Kind of villainous a little. The head definitely got smaller. Too small? Probably a little too small. Yeah. Okay, so we want to scale it then. Let's switch to sculpt. There is a move tool, and transform, say elastic, cursor, and we'll just make an object. Oh gosh. Like this, just move up, put the cursor. And we'll say local. Not helpful. Okay. I'm hoping. Hmm. Whoa. That's kind of cool, actually. But you can just do like real weird shapes. Interesting. Okay, let's not do too much of that before I make it explode. I just want to change where the start of this brush is. Can I do that? There must be a way to do that. Otherwise it'd be kind of useless. It does go where the origin is. Okay, so is it the origin? Can I just do object set origin to 3D cursor, back to sculpt? All right. Okay, well, if that's the case, then just hide this. Scale. That's not what I was hoping for at all. Okay. File transforms. We're going to go into edit mode. Wait for it to load. That looks pretty good. Maybe a little too tall. Just like a little too tall. So, oh, it just takes 1 billion years to load. That Blender got upgraded to be faster with large meshes. It's like, it's exactly the same. Well, we're just waiting for Blender to do something. How's everyone's day going? So let me send that text really quick before I get too neglectful. This, oh my gosh, it's still loading. Hmm. Fortunately, I just gotta. Hopefully, I don't have to redo too much. Oh well, sculpting's always a little fast to figure out what you're looking for. Good. Okay. Didn't lose much at all, but we still need to make the head a bit bigger. Um, is there a way we could do that just with just in sculpting? That would be great. I guess I could. Yeah, actually, you know what? That'll give me a little more control over it. I might as well just do the 2D brush again. Wherever it went. I fucking hate this toolbar. I think this is actually an awful toolbar. Good. Just a little bit wider. And we're gonna kind of fill out a lot of it with that's cool. I know I'm moving the back of the head too, but not much of a difference. I'm going to be using this grab 2D brush all the time. It is really good. I'm enjoying that. It kind of like it really matches a lot better how I think about moving stuff around. Most of the time. maybe a bit too long on the muzzle again. So let's kind of zoom out. Such a tough balance. After this workload is done, I wanted to ask you about a few more props and modifications. Oh, heck yeah. Well, my queue is currently clear, so I'm not sure when you'd be looking to start those things, but we could kind of roll right into it next week. Initially, I had someone lined up, but they had to drop out, so I think we'll be able to do that if you want. We can increase the fall off of this. I namely wanted the jiggle physics of its chest turned down, a collar that can turn on or off, and more color options for the eyes. Okay, very cool. That all sounds quite doable. I could imagine checking those off pretty quick. Oh, my eyeball. I forgot what I was doing. I was going to look at the fall off. Auto smooth hardness 0. Fall off. Smoother. A little too much there. Just going to push it back. Come back, Dara. We had to switch over to Foxhound. I'll send you a message about. I just want to say sorry for switching it up a little bit. I know I talked about not juggling workloads, but I just keep finding myself in the same position um, with needing to get work done. It's more me than anything else. But I don't see much more work to do on Dara, and since it works out because you're not going to be able to test today, I should have pretty much I should have a version for you to actually jump into VRN tomorrow. So a question, do you know how I can adjust things in VNeon and make his expressions a bit more linear with expressions IRL? Like when I smile, it doesn't seem to pick it up easily. A little too late, I see. Sorry for my poor food time. You're totally fine. But in regards to the V-neon stuff. Calibration's really important, and also just like your lighting. So I would definitely make sure to test those things pretty thoroughly before we take it on as a commission, because I wouldn't want to have it just boil down to like just a need to be a change in lighting, because that's a simple fix. So I would say in VNeon you can do some calibration options. Additionally, just make sure you're very well lit for your webcam and that you're quite centered and stuff. And then once you have a chance to test that, let me know, and then we can see where we are, because a lot of times, like I remember working on a face tracking commission, and what it turned out to be the main issue is just he had a beard, and so the cameras couldn't quite actually see his face and stuff. So hardware can kind of be an interesting source of fun. Anyway, um, did somehow just make the head quite small again. Okay, which means this is the kind of proportions I want. We just need to make the head bigger. So we will a plane. I guess the cursor's already there. Let's save. Tab. Deselect. I'm going to do a little lasso here. We're going to turn on O to move. 0.6, scale it up. Let's do S1.1. See what that looks like. The head size is really off, but the face should be looking pretty good right around there. All right, sounds like a plan. I'll let the clan know we're moving to stage 2 soon. Heck yeah, looking forward to that. All right, I think I got pretty close on that. Back of the head's still wonky. Needs a bit smaller. I want to move the shoulders and stuff around too much because then we'll have to redo a lot of the clothes. Try to avoid that as much as I can. Smoothing so slow. Smooth, 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 smooth. Where is that? Here. Turn up the strength to 4. Let's get. Just takes too long. Ugh, why is it so hard to blend that in? Maybe I'm just making the neck do. Just smooth it all out for now. Nothing super refined. Okay, that's better. I'm gonna grab. That's not. It was a little too strong now, so let's bring that back down to 2. Eyes are still so much smaller here. I just have a tendency to make eyes big. Separate the nose at some point. Okay, so right here, this section really should be much higher. Okay, so shrinking the face again. I take that back. The tip here should. Do the 2D grab again. Pull this out. Let's actually switch the fall off to be sharp. That way we can do that. And switch it back to smoother. Get some inflate a little bit. Okay. Oop, almost lagged out right there. Please don't crash again. It does feel really nice to be sculpting again. Been quite a while. Good. Yes. All right. Switch our matte cap. It's a little bit easier to see that silhouette. Maybe a different, slightly. A little bit brighter. How do you go wrong with red wax? That one always, that's like a classic. Classic for a reason. Still making the face too much like that. And again, these eyes are way smaller than what I have. Way, way, way smaller. Really, really got to just admit to that. Okay. Woo! Goodness. Let's switch this fall off down to sharp so I can pull out this corner. That. Go back to smoother. Inwards. Cool. The change of material really helped me feel a lot more confident in the shapes I'm creating. I will have to avoid using that grayscale one more often. Need something with at least 2 light sources. We should be using the 2D. Ooh, that is nice. That is often an extremely hard spot to really make look correct. The planar part of your cheek. Nice. Okay. Next. Yeah, okay. There we go. Hello, Jeannie. Welcome. How's it going? We're doing some sculpting right now. All right. Too bad. Hmm. Do we want to add wrinkles and stuff? Not really. I don't know if it's supposed to be. If there's a perceived age for the character. Looks so odd. Open actual wolf real quick. It's pretty planar. It's just like one big, but it goes much further back, and maybe that's the issue. Like this cheek, way back. Let's give that a shot. Yeah, that does look a lot better. Okay, good. We're getting it. We're getting it. Like a big slope here. Cool. Hmm. Okay. I'm thinking we could really thicken the neck. Something like that. Oh, interesting. Um, Yeah, that looks pretty good. Cool. Let's look at the ears. Get those locked in, and then maybe slap in the eyes too. We got about another 2 hours of work. There's certainly more cleanup to be done on everything, but I have some plans on how we can quickly make our fur good. Oh. Okay. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Welcome back, Arctic. Hopefully your workout was good. Doing some wolf sculpting. Still looks quite dog-like. Maybe it won't look any different until... That just looks like Doberman-esque, so it must be the thickness here. Yeah. I take it easy today. It's way too hot. Well, almost there. Definitely need to lower the head. Okay. So this will be the ear. Now I'm also going to add all these fur planes. How do I want to do that? I guess what we'll do let's do mesh. So we'll have a few meshes. Reminds me of the Shiba Inu and bread meme. Or is that a cat? Can't remember. Cool. Turn up that subdivision. We're gonna add a shrink wrap now. We're gonna shrink wrap it onto the high poly, but with a gradient. We'll even throw in can see how seamlessly it will blend once we've gotten it added. All right. What a beautiful color. So let me make a material here. One day. Okay. Gonna have to abandon the office. I'm boiling alive sitting here. Have a nice rest of your day, all. Sounds good, Arctic. Stay frosty. And good luck with the heat. Enjoy your day. Bye. See you tomorrow. Image editor, paint. Okay. Something like this. Go to smear. Clean that up. Take the fall off. Make it linear. It's not working. working as nicely as I would like. Go here. Say. Trace alpha. Okay. This is literally just for a test, so super worried about it being perfect. Save it there. Image texture. I could have just done a black and white image. Whatever. The options. Ugh. Okay, so I think this is going to be the technique we use. We have an alpha trim. We'll probably break it down into little individual cards. This will be the general idea. And I'll probably make a tube very similar to this one. We'll go over, generate instances, snap them to the surface of the high poly or the low poly, blend the normals, sample the weights directly. So knowing you can't process vertex weights in, you can't easily process all vertex weights in geometry nodes just yet. Goofy color choices, that's for sure. Why couldn't we just do gray? Probably even wider. the brow here could come down a lot lower, like just right here. Well, instead of the whole thing, just the bumpy right there. I should really turn off the shrink wraps before I continue. Just disable that collection for now. It's too much. Getting there. Slowly but surely. Definitely getting a much more wolf-like appearance, which is great, because I was starting to despair a little, struggling to find that, but it's looking much better now. So much of it is just pulling the profile further back. That really made a huge difference. All right, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be back in a little bit and start placing some eyeballs and stuff. But I think we have a good little mock up of where we want to be, where we want to end up. But I'll be back. Maybe 10 minutes at the most. I'm going to get a little snack and walk around for a little bit. All right. So we got our character here. I feel like that's looking a lot closer. I'm just going to take some screenshots, send this over to the client. Actually, let's get the eyeballs. Mouth set up if we can. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, we don't have any teeth yet. I think I'm okay with that. So I'm gonna have to recreate the teeth. Yeah, let's just do some screenshots then. Okay, so I'm gonna stop streaming in just a little bit. Before I do, I'm gonna make some social media posts because I should be doing more of that. But let me send that screenshot to the client, see what they think. Hey, Pixie girl, what are you doing, huh? What are you doing? You just, you just little baby. Where are you going? Huh? 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 You're so funny. Get your poopy butt off my head. Get it? Yeah, she goes. Okay. All right. So I wanted to show off some of the progress I did today. So let's do a little um, video. I think that. Oh my goodness. Wow. I think that I can make a little video. Is there a video limit on XX video like limit? Actually, I think I have to. Oh wow, up to 4 hours. All right. So let's do a little recording. I'm going to open OBS again, new OBS, which is a fun little feature. If you didn't know you could do that. You can open up OBS twice. So we're going to record just the screen. Okay. rename this current one, which is Sam Stream. Okay. Actually going to make a new profile. We'll call Sam default. It's going to specify optimize just for recording. Sure, apply. Okay. I don't think that messed. This is my other profile. Okay. And I guess I might as well record it too. Record my voice. So let's enter play mode before we start. We'll try to keep this quick. Ooh, maybe I should have done a vertical video. Oh, that'd be really useful, actually. What I'm realizing now is so many of my workflows are like post-production workflows, where I take something and try to like do it right, or like reproduce some sort of thing. But if I made all my like just making a vertical video format so that whenever I record, I have everything looking nice versus trying to make it a vertical video afterwards. Okay, so in fact, I am going to do a vertical video. Okay, one more profile. We'll say that's default. We're going to do a new and say vertical. Hit OK. Optimize just for recording. Okay. This is our vertical video. What we'll do is we'll edit the settings. I think. Well, I'd like to edit the settings. Close it. It's not letting me do much right now. Okay, weird. Okay. All right, didn't explode the stream. That's good to see. There we go. So our base canvas resolution, we're going to flip 1080 x 1920. Why? Interesting. So I could do that. For some reason, I assumed the profile would swap our scenes, but I guess not. I can't access my current webcam unless I deactivated it here. And activate it here. So we'll make a new, I think we'll call this vertical vid recording. Okay. We'll add a webcam. Oh. And actually, I'll make it even. Just trying to this, I guess. That's really funny to me for some reason. Okay. Cool. Do something like this. I can make it cool later. And then what I'll do is add in the display capture. And we'll just fucking blow it up. I mean, I got like a good chunk of time. It might be nice to make, you know, next time. A little improvement each time, but for now, let's just get it done. Okay, perfect. So now I can do that. I could even, I suppose, well, I guess I'll do that editing off screen. I want to show you. So I should be able to copy and paste this. And then on this one, kind of move it over. So let's hit play. Fix the hands. Okay. So if I go back to the recording here, should be able to, you no longer can see it, but cool. I can actually isolate just that little selection. Can't show you that right now because unfortunately, it's just not how it works on OBS. But this will let me really change up how I record content. Oops. Cool. And I can improve this a lot as time goes on. Cool. I always cut it later, so. Hey everyone, wanted to show off some features with our character here. So we've gone ahead and made some fun little sliders for our dragon character we've been working on stream. So this is a VR chat avatar where we can pilot the character in VR. And we've made some really fun sliding forward, sliding backward. And these are all like kind of variants that you can add to the shape of your character's face. You can make these edits on the fly. And it also still works with all the vicemes, character talking, which is super cool. Just gives a lot of variety for that character right off the bat. Okay, that's a good start. Mostly just want to get in the habit of making those rather than worrying about making it perfect. Okay. Because if I'm doing this every day, get there one way or another. All right, so now I can go back to Blender. And I should even be setting up another OBS to record the work I'm doing while we're working. Like, hey, I don't even have, I could just set a timer. 30-minute time lapse in a minute would go well. And I can do a few of those every day. But for now, maybe I'll do, yeah. That's what I'll do. Why can't I do that? Not too bad. We'll do that. Take the reference, hide it. Take the, might as well leave the grid in. And I'll actually just add a camera. Like this. Curve. Circle. Turn that up. Add a camera. Make it follow the path. Animate the path. Oh, that's different. Oh, the wrong thing. Hmm. Oh, right. So I hate this little modifier. You have to animate it here. What a stupid thing. Okay. And then we'll add a empty endpoint camera, the empty, which we can now raise the two of these. Turn on the body. And I should be able to do this. Cool. All right, let's record it for a little. Well, isn't it funny? Because why do I need to? Why would I need to record it here? Because I can just do the video 0. Just do this. 980, 1920. And those are slow. All right. 100. Render. Let me turn my webcam back on. And then we'll save that. D. Client work. Foxhound. Make a new folder for renders. And in here, do whatever. Let's call it Foxhound. 1. Accept. Accept. FMPEG video. All right. Blender. Blender what? Video. Video. Blender YouTube video export settings. Container MP4. Video codec H.2.6. There's no audio. We just save. We go render or view. Render animation. Render the viewport for the animation range of this scene. Cool. All right. Good. Okay. I should be doing stuff like this a lot more often because, you know, branding, self business owner or whatever, all that bullshit. Oh. Have cheeks. All right. Let's see. Can I upload this? Twitch, but I meant to do Twitter. Can I upload this directly? Sure. All right, it worked. It's up. It's visible. Awesome. Let's put it on YouTube. And we'll call this one VRChat and Avatar Mission. Add a related video. I didn't add any music. I can add music on YouTube. It's not. Well, next time. Okay. That's it for now. Thank you, everyone who's been hanging out. Hope you're all having an amazing day. I'm going to do a little bit of work on sharing stuff on TikTok, but I'm not really going to be doing much more today. This moment. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to wrap up Dara because we're super close to done. I'm looking forward to showing off that character to everyone. But thank you all for hanging out. Arctic, hope you have an amazing day. Genie, Dara, Foxhound, anyone else that is lurking out there, I'll see you all tomorrow. Buddha. Steven, thank you all for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Anyone else that's lurking, hope you're having a great one.